We wanted to just have a house, buy a house, in the area that we wanted to live in that worked well, but it's really hard to find a house that isn't just like lipstick on a pig renovation.
I also want to point out and maybe make an official statement here of the sunsetting of the term consultant and the sunrise of the term guide, for us at least. Now, consultants usually are thought of as the people who show up smart, well-intended, show up with a report. They give you a report. They give you some information, and then they send you on your way to take your journey. Guides, on the other hand, are the people who have already walked the same path to the place you're trying to go hundreds of times. They know where you're standing. They know what it feels like to stand there. They know what challenges you're going through, and they know what you need next to keep going down this path, especially when it's difficult. And that really summarizes what we aim to do as Nopal. We really want to be guides for you, for your transformation in housing. This isn't about trying to get a little bit better energy efficiency or trying to snag some discounts on some utility bills. It's about thinking differently about homes and how you live in your home and what your home means and what your home can provide to you and what kind of relationship you can have with that home. And this project was just amazing because it really embodies that full experience and these relationships created and the experience everybody has from our side, from the client side, and then what home you get as a result of this process. It's really quite a bit different than we've seen in any other process. Back to Andrew.
Going through the whole project process, it was hard, but you warned me that it would be hard. And then Lucas was always there. Nopal was always there to essentially, I think, like, especially towards the middle and the end when the construction got really like, when you have all these trades coming in and you're managing all that and having to make all these decisions, like it kind of went from like the guide to my therapist. Because that really became like most of my problems were my just like managing, like, is this a big deal? Am I in a life or death situation or not? And like the answer is always no. Like, we're doing the right things, and you just like just because of my lack of experience, I would say is probably the biggest reason to like get worry about things that probably aren't going to be a problem. And then like, yeah, you guys, that was like the hugest help for me was like the therapy calls of like, am I heading in the right direction? Is this okay? And then you'd be like, yes, or, maybe I like check this out and it'll make you feel better. And yeah, it always felt better and it all worked. But it was such a great experience. Like, I learned so much about the house and construction, but also like just about myself, like being able to, I've done a lot of, I feel like, hard projects in the past, so I wasn't worried about this, but it was the hardest thing I think I did so far.
One of the more difficult to understand but critical systems in every build we do is this interaction between the building envelope and the ventilation system. You could think of this very similar to the human body with skin and lungs. We have another video that goes deeper into that if you're interested. Right now, I'm going to keep it focused on the lungs portion because this one really gets skipped most often in high performance builds we see. People get the envelope down pretty well. They'll push towards some pretty decent air tightness, maybe even make some good insulation choices. But more often than not, the ventilation, the lungs are either just left out entirely or just not done in a very optimal way. This would be equivalent to trying to hold your breath for long periods of time. And you're not really going to make it more than, I mean, I guess if you're really good at holding your breath, maybe a couple minutes before you're no longer conscious. And high performance houses are basically doing the same thing with us trapped inside. So, good balanced ventilation system with well-designed ductwork is really key. But also one of the more difficult things to understand and to convey to people. We have another video of a tool that we created. We have a tool on the website. We also made a video on how to play with the tool, so you can gain some of these insights just playing around. But also in this video, Andrew has a really human description of what it feels like to go from not really understanding what an ERV feels like to what that building can be with an ERV properly designed and installed running in your house.
And once we got doors on the house, dried in doors on the house, and then got the ERV running, even before the air conditioners were going. And then this was like summer in Phoenix, so it's pretty hot. Every time I came to the house, I could come in here and be like, wow, it smells so good in here. It smells like nothing. It smells like fresh air.
During construction.
During construction in summer. And then that stopped me, like my wife would also come over, stop by while during construction process and be like, it smells so good in here. Like, we love it. And then we go back to our, where we were living in an apartment, and it's like, oh man, this is so stuffy,
If you're still here watching this video at this point, thank you. You're our people. Hit the subscribe button, both so YouTube can tell you when we've got some more stories and you can follow along, but also to tell YouTube that people like you would also find this video interesting, and other videos like this, other stories of people like you doing hard things in life and sharing the story. Also, please leave a comment, book a meeting on our website, just somehow get in touch with us to start a conversation if that's something useful to you. We love to help people like yourself making these transformations with housing. Not just little improvements here and there, although we love those as well, but little improvements or big improvements that build towards a very different way of living that is calmer, more enjoyable, cozier, more human, more focused, less at the effect of a chaotic world.
It's great to be here. We love being here. It's like, so we talk about a lot, like my wife, it's like very cozy. It's like the word we use. Very comfortable, like not just like the temperature and the humidity and all that just like feels good. It's quiet. We don't have any machines making big noises, air conditioners making loud noises. It's always comfortable. As like everyone feels good here when we come home. We don't want to leave.